everyone. So, my name is Ariel. Today, what we will be doing is putting together a gift basket for Christmas. This is something that I think will be unique for the holidays, just to give your loved one something very special. So this has me very excited because a lot of times you see gift baskets and they don't always have everything that you want in them. So sometimes you have to step outside the box and make them yourself. And that is how a business venture was born. So today what we're going to do is making Pretty Gifted gift baskets. And the reason why it's named Pretty Gifted is because I'm pretty gifted and I want to, share that creation with everyone because I feel like everyone should be get a chance to get a chance to love what I love to do. So, first, what we're going to start by doing is having a basket or a bucket. Technically, this is a bucket, but I call it a basket. Anyways, you're going to have your bucket. This one right here is what they call a Santa bucket. It has like the belt. Santa's belt is all red. It's really nice. And it's a big size. So because it is big, so say for example, if you don't have a lot of something that's tall like this, we don't want it to actually put it down in here because you're not going to be able to see it. So the first goal is going to be is to take the stuffing, that's what I call it, and we're going to put it down here in the bucket to try to elevate it because we want our gifts to be sitting upright so that way you can see. If you put them down in here, you're not going to be able to see it. So that's why we need to actually stuff it first. So what we like to do is I like to take some packaging. I'm all for upcycling, recycling. So if you have bubble wrap from you receiving your packages or anything like that, what you want to do is take that bubble pack and you want to put it down in the bucket. And it's going to look like this. So then after that, I like to use these because these are filled with air and they have good compact, which means if you put something on top of it like this, it's going to actually hold. So we're going to take this and we're going to put this here. And it's going to look like this. Now the most important part that I completely forgot is while we have the bubble wrap, I don't just use bubble wrap. I also use like paper to put down in here to kind of stabilize that, because if we put it in here, we don't want it to be like that. It's going to fall. So we have to stabilize that. So give me just a moment and I'm going to grab some paper. Hold that thought. Okay, I'm back. After trying to hunt down some paper, this is something you want to use. This also comes in, I guess, packaging as well. What you want to do is take this and you're going to set it down in here. Now, the goal is to have enough room for your gift to show. Now, if you put it like this, you can see it's up too far and we don't want it to fall out the bucket. So what we'll probably have to do is take out little stuff, and sometimes you have to play with it. So we'll take this part out and we'll just put this down in here. So we'll put it down in here and now you can see how that looks. And then kind of put this here. So this is kind of perfect because you want to see like half down, make sure it's secure, and then you want to see the top half of the gift. So we have that. The next thing we have to do, which is very important, is to get the this is called tissue paper. Now with the tissue paper, what that's going to do is so people aren't looking down when they get the gift. Oh my gosh, it's just stuff in there. This helps cover what we put the stuff in because you know it does kind of look a little tacky, and we want to make sure that it's good to go. So what we want to do is let me slide all this here so we can see. We want to take it. It's a square. And we want to take it like this, and we want to fold it into a triangle. The reason why we're going to fold it into a triangle because it has better points, and so we can work with it better like that. So I'm going to slide it over here so you guys can see. So we're going to take this. Now you want to make sure with the gift everything is angled correctly. So because I need to put the tissue paper in there, we're going to take this and we're going to put it down here. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. We're going to come down and we're going to take the sides, which is this right here. So we've got the main point sticking up towards out, and then we're going to bring the two sides in like this. And we want to have it sitting flush like this. Okay, so now we've got, ooh, you can't see the stuffing. You can just see the tissue paper, which is what we want. So once we have that nice, even, and flush, we've got that. That looks really good. And it doesn't really matter what tissue paper you use. Well, I said corrected. You want to have something that kind of matches the theme. But if you like it a little different, more power to you. So the first thing we're going to take, this is called a tumbler. This is what comes in our Pretti Gifted baskets. Sometimes they're plain tumblers. Sometimes they're tumblers with design. So for Christmas, we are doing a Christmas tumbler, and this one is decorated like an elf's outfit, which I really love, and I love the sparkles. So anything for me with sparkles, I love. So what we want to do is you check the top. You want to make sure that the top is put in there correctly because you don't want it pointing up against everything. And we're going to set this right here in the middle. This is going to be your center. Okay, now if you can't get it centered just yet, it's okay. We'll figure it out. So we're going to set this here. This is going to be our center. Then what we want to do is we're going to take our spray. This is a collection from I believe Bath and Body Works. We have the spray, the soap, and the lotion. And I think giving bath stuff is essential. Everyone loves a good scent that smells good, and you can use it for the holiday. So we're gonna take the spray, we're gonna put it here. Okay, so you see how we've got it. We've got the stuffing in there, we've got the tissue, and now we have something in here to stick. We're gonna take the soap, we're actually gonna put it on this side. Now sometimes you have to play with it to try to make sure it stays even. And then we're gonna take the lotion and we're gonna stick it right here. We're gonna stick it right here. Nope, we're gonna put it back. See, like I said, you have to play with it. The next important thing that we're gonna do is a drink. Now this is a sparkling cider drink. These are cute, single. I believe these are like 8 ounces. So and they're sparkling cider. Now everybody don't like these, but it's a juice. And it's something you can drink. So who doesn't like a good drink for the holidays? So we're gonna put this here. That's how we want to put this. So see how it's coming together. And I'm going to turn it around just to kind of make sure I want to see. So we're actually going to put everything on the side here, kind of bring it around the circle. Going to follow the circle. Now, the next important thing that we want in here is the accessories. So we've got the main gift, which is the soap, spray, and the lotion, the tumbler, the drink. We want the accessories. So this right here, it is a gold makeup bag for women. It has a zipper, and I love the color because it's gold. Like, I could have done black, but I wanted to do gold because it's different. So it has good space in here. You can put whatever you need in here. And I think it's really, really cute. So I'm actually gonna grab one of these for myself. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna stick this in the back here. Now the reason why I say stick it in the back is because if we put it in the front, it's gonna look like this. But see, when we put other stuff in the front, we won't be able to see it. So that's why I said we're going to stick this in the back, because we still want people to be able to see, kind of get a glimpse of everything that's going to be in there, which is very important. So we're going to actually take this soap, move it to the front, and then we're going to put this back here, just so that way that's going to support that. Next thing we want is essentially, like I said, the other accessories. So they're going to get a bottle opener, so that way they can open their drink. See, I thought ahead, and I think that's really smart. When you're getting your gifts, you sometimes they make sense and sometimes they don't, but it's good when they make sense. So they're gonna get a bottle opener to open their drink, because I didn't want to give them a drink and not a bottle opener. So they're gonna have that. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to do, I decided to do some jewelry. So we're going to do these earrings. They are very festive. I don't know if you can see. I might should put them, oh no, they're gonna blend in. But let me hold it up like this so that way you guys can see. But they're really festive. So yeah, I love them, and they're red and green. So the reason why I did a green, because the bucket is red. I try not to do a contrast too much, so that way people can really see the pop outs. Like the green, you can see the red bucket, but you can also see the green in there as well, which is really good. So this is a jewelry box. We're going to put the jewelry here in the box. I'm gonna make sure it's placed together, and it has stuffing in there as well. That's what's in the background, and we're gonna put it in the box. Perfect. And we're gonna stick this here. We might rearrange it later, but we're gonna go with the flow. So the next thing we want to do is we have the straw that goes with tumblers. Some tumblers come with straws and a straw cleaner. So that way, because it's so hard when stuff gets in the straw, you can't clean it. So this is actually a metal straw cleaner, and it has the little fibers on the end, so you can get in there and clean it good. So I definitely love that. We're also going to do, next we're going to do some socks, Christmas socks. I love Christmas socks. And as you can see, it also goes with the tumbler, the stripes on the tumbler, because they're red and white. Now, even though these are green and red, it's perfectly fine, because guess what? I have white and red striped socks, and then I have the green striped socks, so yay! So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble these together. Now I'm doing 2 socks because it gets really cold. So you want to kind of roll them up like this, and then we're going to stick them here. I'm going to take the other one, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter how you roll them, but if you can get them in a tight fit, you're good to go. So we're going to put them like this. Now, sometimes they can stick up. Well, it's how you place them. Or you can get them to lay down. The more the merrier. So we'll do it like that. Now, with this, you kind of want to, like I said, I want to make sure everything gets seen in the box as the best of my ability. So I'm going to turn it this way. Sometimes you will have to rearrange things, and that's, like I said, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, so we're going to actually do it like this for right now. Next, I decided chapstick. It's cold, your lips get chapped. That's very important. So we're going to stick this in the back here. Now, if you have, what is that? A tag on the back that has the price, you could leave it, or I say peel it off. You could try to peel it off nice and easy to just make sure that it doesn't rip too much of the packaging, but if it does, you could take it out and put it in like a little gift bag. Now I choose not to take it out and put it in a little gift bag, just because I feel like it's easier just to take off the tag. What you see is kind of taking a minute, but it's okay. And we're going to put it in like this, so that's perfect. So we're going to stick it in. So now they have chapstick. I try to think of things that I would want. That's kind of like how you want to gift. Now, unless that person says specifically there's a certain gift they would want, then you gift them with that. But if you don't know what to get them, then try to gift them something that you think would be a good idea. That's kind of like how I do my gifts. So the next important thing that we want to do here, and I also did a little mirror. So this one is a compact pocket mirror. It is Christmas themed, which I really, really love. So we're gonna stick this here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stick it where it can be seen. If not, if it falls down, it's okay. We'll just make mention that it is there. So yeah. Next, snacks. So I did not do chocolate because with chocolate it melts. If you don't have it temperature controlled all the time. So I did something that is hard for it to perish, to be ruined. So I did popcorn, and it is red, so that's perfectly fine. So with the popcorn, I would normally want to stick it in the back, but I think I might actually want to stick it in the back, like I said. So I will stick it here in the back, just so that way everything has a little elevation. Now, I instead of doing one bag, I did two because me, I know I want two bags of popcorn, so I did two. Now, say for example, you know how many gives someone a gift, they always like to share it with a family member or a friend. So, hey, if you don't want to give them the other stuff, you can give them an extra bag of popcorn. You know, try to think of everything because you know how sometimes it is for the holidays. People want some of your stuff, even when you don't want to share, and sometimes you don't want to say no, and that's okay. So at least they can have an extra snack. And you can't go wrong with that. So I did rearrange it just a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. So next what we want to do is, I also thought of nuts. I thought nuts would be very good because like I said, it's hard, non-perishable. You just have to abide by the date. And I know it says that these are good. It says on the front September the 14th to 2024. So they will be perfectly fine. Something drop, but we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to take the nuts and we're actually going to stick them here in the front. Now, like I said, sometimes you'll have to, because this is a presentation, I am turning it that way, but sometimes I like to, you know, turn around so I can actually see what I'm doing, making sure my stuff, because sometimes it will fall over, it will get a little crooked, but that's okay. Don't stress about it. It is what it is. You fix it to the best of your ability. Like I said, as long as you have it centered, you will be perfectly fine. Now, another thing I forgot of is the mask, because even though we're out of COVID, it's never sorry to be safe. So I did do a mask, and it comes like this. Now, this could also be placed in the back as well, or on the front. Like I said, you kind of just want to stick it where it makes sense to you. So I'm going to slide this here. There we go. Now the last important thing is I did foliation gloves. Now the reason I'm doing foliation gloves because with the wash stuff, I know for myself, I like to make sure that I'm scrubbing real good, and it also helps get off the dead skin. So I did a color. It's supposed to be red. That's gonna look a little pink, but we're gonna go with it. It'll work for now. So these are gonna be set up in the back, but like I said, we try to put these in there. They're gonna be floppy. So my method of, like I said, I like to upcycle. I cut up some boxes and made them into strips. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in the glove. I'm gonna slide, 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 and whew. So you kind of want to make sure it's nice on there, even though it look like this. And we're gonna take the other glove and we're going to slide, slide, slide. Take your time so that way you don't damage it. Even though some slide. So you see, we put the thumbs on the same side. Here we go. We put the thumbs on the same side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold it. And you see how it's not, now the tips are flippy, but that's okay. We want this part not to be flippy, which is not. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put this in here as well. Now what I want to do is put it somewhere, because I don't want to cover up my tumbler. I like my tumbler to be seen. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to stick it up here on the side. Like I said, we can stick it on the side, the more the merrier. Or actually, we might stick it in the front here. Push it down. There we go. So you can still see it has a good variety of things. So you see it's nice and full. It looks good. We're not going to worry about the straw moving because the straw's going to do what the straw's going to do. Move. So now that we have put it together and I love it. We just want to check over it, make sure that, like I said, the straw move. We're going to stick it somewhere for the back. That's perfectly fine. Now, normally I like to call Christmas shred and put this in here, but because it's good and stuff, I don't feel like we needed to stuff it anymore. So we're actually good to go. So the last thing I want to do is wrap. Now, I use shrink wrap sometimes just to make sure that the stuff doesn't move, but as you can see, we stuffed it so good we kind of don't need it. So this one right here, it's not shrink wrap, but it's still it's called cellophane. And what you want to do is you take it, it looks clear like this, I got the cellophane bags. Now we do have cellophane where you can cut it to size, but for me that's a lot of work. I prefer the bags. And as long as you check the dimensions on it, you'll be perfectly fine. So, in closing, we're gonna take this. We're going to open it like this. All right, and we're gonna put something in here really good. Okay, so now we got it good. So what we want to do is we want to put this bucket in cellophane. Now, I always advise you take your time, get a good grip on it, and we want to slide it into the bag. Slide, slide, slide. Okay, perfect. Now, what we want to do is make sure that it is in here good. So it will look like this, kind of. And the corner's gonna stick out, but don't worry, we're not gonna leave it like this. Most importantly, let me see here. So we're gonna take the corners, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick them in the back. We're gonna stick them in the back, okay? Then we're gonna take the other corner, and we're going to stick that in the back. Second, we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So basically what I'm doing is it was out, you want to take your hand and just stick it right here. To create like a pocket kind of. Perfect. So once we have that, this is how it will look in the back. So you want to make sure you can, like a pocket, you want to slide your hand in like that. Perfect. Okay, so once we have that, we have the front here. What we want to do is now is gather it together. So we've got our pockets. So normally what I like to do is grab from the back, kind of straighten it out. You want to bring your pockets in, make sure they're nice and uniform, and then you want to bring the front together. Start with the back first because the back will dictate how the front looks. So like that. And you see how it's definitely coming together. So once you have that, and kind of you're able to push the air out. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. That's perfectly fine. Now, most important part of this is the bow. Now, I say that because you need a good bow. So, I'm going to use gold. I didn't want to use red. Like I said, I don't want to blend it in too well. And the gold is going to go with the gold bag. So, this is a pull apart bow. We're going to take it like this, and we're going to pull it. And we have an elegant bow. Now, we will have to fix it, but that's perfectly fine. Now, here we go. So we have a pretty bow. What we want to do is we're going to gather it together. Now, if you have something like, I want to say like maybe a wrap or something to hold this down while you're tying the bow, that's perfectly fine. Normally, I would, but it's okay. I can do it for most of them. So, you want to take this, and we want to wrap the bow. Alright. So I'm going to tie it around this way for you first. So that way I can see it real good. I want to make sure I have my things together. Get air out just as I could. And we're going to take this bow and we're going to tie. Get it a good tightness here. And we're going to squeeze. And there we go. We have it. Okay, don't worry about how the bow looks now because we're going to fix it. So, like I said, we've got this and we're going to tie. We're going to wrap it around. Now, normally what I like to do is wrap it really good and tight. But I do want to make it easier for people to be able to get it. So, what we're going to do is, like I say, it's all about how you want to wrap it. It's completely up to you. So it's technically your own method. So you do it as you have to do it, which is completely fine. Trying to make sure I didn't tie this around too bad. So we're going to wrap it around the string and wrap and wrap and wrap. That's what we want to do. Is wrap. Perfect. So after we're done wrapping, we've got this amount left. You want to fix your bow really good. I like to double check my stuff. So here we go. And we have it like this. Now, what you can do if you must is take the sides. Give me just a moment while I grab some tape. Okay, so I have tape and I have scissors. Now, what I normally use is double-sided tape because with double-sided tape, I know it's going to hold both sides that I need it to hold. And that's kind of the gist of that. Give me just a moment. I'm checking for one more thing. Okay, so what we want to do is cut just a little bit. Okay, and you can always add more as needed. So you're going to take the side that is not, doesn't have the clear plastic on there, and you're going to bring this back and gather it, stick it here. Be careful, it is really sticky. Pull off the plastic from the other end because it's a two-sided, and you're going to bring it around like this. This way it holds it and makes it look more flush. Now we're going to do it again. It is really sticky, which is good. You know it's going to hold. We're going to cut just a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. The sticky part, we're going to put it here inside of the pocket. And then we're going to pull that plastic part off. That's what we're going to do. In this moment, the tape got me. But it's okay. Working with what we got. And you want to take your pocket, make sure it's in, and cover it real good, nice and flush. So as you can see, it's flush. And that's okay because it's cellophane, so it's not going to be really tight. Now, if you want to take tape and take the sides, you can. But I like the two-sided tape because it's good enough. So here we have our Pretti Gifted gift basket for Christmas. And this is something you can give like this. It looks nice. It looks elegant. Like I said, we've gone through all the gifts. It's something that it can be used. And we have a shareable snack. So that way somebody can get something if they try to take your stuff. So this is what we have. A Pretti Gifted gift basket. So thank you for watching and you have a good night.